better as he gets going. General complaint, kind of where your hand is, put it down on his neck, and then move it forward 3 inches. Right? Kind of find that comfort in. You're not interfering and you're not overly managing. It just looks kind of like the rhythm that's at your hand. Yeah, that walk is that. Catches a better rhythm. And I wouldn't go that high up on the hill, right? I'd just catch the edge to make the turn. Yeah. And again, there, because you can see it on the video, right? When she's trotting, but she's too reluctant with her hand. And even if you have a horse like that, that is like, oh God, where are you taking me? Organize them a little bit to reassure them, but then you got to be able to hit the gas pedal and make them kind of go through the gap, go down the path, whatever. Let him gallop a little bit. Go on. Better. And you probably want to walk this way. Again, something that simple as just scanning through the water. She doesn't treat the edge like it's a fence, yeah? You see him, just not bad. He just kind of lowers his head to size it up, and she gets caught out of shape, right? She got good at drops last time. She wants to test it out. Remember, a little confident to balance. Slip the reins with open fingers. Kick on. Kick on. Good. Organize. Right? That's why you give a horse something after the water. Because that's completely just sloppy riding it. Do the drop again. You lack organization in the water. Okay. And then you're on no way, shape, or form aligned to jump that fence. And where you do all the difficult stuff well. Yeah, I mean, he's a little pissed. You gave him a bad ride. He's telling you about it. Rework this though. Organize, organize, patient with legs, patient with legs. Slip the reins. Good. Get it out. Organize. In the middle. Wait. Good girl. Well done. You know, you can't, it happens all the time. You get too pleased that they did the hard thing in the water. I mean, that's not your personality to do it, but.
Well, I was just saying to her,
get caught out, right?
I was just saying to her, I might struggle with that because I do drop my reins quite a bit.
Yeah, but it's again, it's a skill, and it's something that you
see the water. He wasn't having anything to do with that. He's like, yeah, I'm going. She's got to get over it in her head that he doesn't like water.
Yeah, so overall pretty good. 1, 2, really nice. When they get spooky like that, like, oh, where are you taking me? Organize them with your leg, like you're gonna go to a drop or something. And then when he kind of gets it, then you gotta press him through that. Don't let him back off the trot and kind of get starry-eyed a little bit in where they're going, right? It's a little different when you're on horse and you can kind of cruise running. You just start box and go down the path. They've got to be able to respect that, right?
Right.
Better kind of going out that way. Same thing I was saying on your warm-up jumps. It's just for a roll top, to me you're slightly left behind when you jump it, right? And that just, I don't want you to get aggressive or hungry out here, but it lends me to believe you're kind of still kind of waiting. And again, you can start to wait better here than be so there, right? Really good at the ditch, really good both times of the drop. Just don't do enough to get organized so you can find a line. Because obviously that is not a question of the fence.
Right.
It's a question of organization
No,
because of dropping in.
Right.
And where he dropped in so well, he wasn't anything you were on a long range but had contact, and just there was kind of no effort to say, whoa, come here. Right? And especially when you get into, this isn't a huge water jump, but it's long enough, right? There's 7, 8 strides in the water, 2 or 3 going out, 10, 12, you know. If it's more than 3, I expect it to be there for sure. And if it's not, then you're just doing it on a long range, right? And again, quite good on the drop, right? From last time, that's very comfortable, position's good, foot's out here in front of you, it's all there. And then you know, then the next step, you gotta get your horse back underneath you, eh?
Right. And he was good about it too. If I would have actually asked him, he would have.
Oh yeah, if you'd put him on a line, but you just never were there. And two as well on a long range, you're always gonna pull on it, right? Because your position gets here, not here, and when you're here, you can put your leg on to do stuff. When you're here, you're kind of waiting for it, right? So again, your leg's not even there to catch him when he's kind of obviously catching up, right?
Was that at least better pace going up the hill though?
Yeah.
I know it's kind of a dumb thing to focus on as a swim race.
No, I think it's getting better. It's getting more comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, overall quite good. I think he meets that well. He overjumps the ditch a little bit. We'll do that another time, right?
Yeah.
They both do a little bit.
You're right. It's very like
Narrow but deep,
kinda
right?
sucks you,
And
yeah.
it really should have been wider, but that's good. Yeah, good ride at the drop. He just overjumps it, right?
Yes.
So we just need to, of course, with a few more drops so we can work that in. And then the only thing, organized, yes, but to me, not on the right pace.
Okay.
Too fast.
Too fast. Okay.
Going to the too fast.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? It looked a little aggressive, and you got to kind of, water just either slows down or speeds up a horse. He's that horse that's kind of always going. So you got to settle him in again, because we'll give it the water log. They've got to be on that pace. You've got to, we could start to really play and drop in and go to the water log. Right there, you're going to have to stay on the long range, get organized, things like that, where they stay like you could make it gymnastics in the water and they'd be able to deal with it, right? You want to always teach him that pace, not be too aggressive to the cuts out, right? Why don't we Yeah, so I missed the roll top. It's a good ride. He still overjumps it a little bit, right? Just because we kind of got a little flat, he dealt with it really well, right? Kept him organized. When you get to this, came in top. You set up way too far. You make him hold that camera too long to the thing coming in, because then he kind of jumps off crooked, and his reins out of your hand. You completely miss the turn. That does come up quickly. But if the rock is your fence, this is about as soon as you really should have to set up. The cop was just three strides, at least 3 or 4. Hops around that to make the turn quite easily, yeah? So, and just watch. So again, there's about a good spot to turn. I wouldn't go too much higher than that. Because I would think of it using my terrain to use it to bank the turn, right? Not necessarily go up, because going back down gets you here already. It's fine, but then you gotta allow, right? Set up there. Here, if she was gonna go straight, she could have left the stride out, right? But she smartly and hopefully consciously took a little feel and checked for the ad, because then that makes her turn to go out so much easier, right? Where you kind of held them together for too long, your only option was to kind of move up at it, which you did 3 strides out, and then it kind of throws everything else off, right? It's the right idea, it's just the timing and where you do things, right? And again, I get a little aggressive about it, because if you know you're supposed to halt, I would have at least gone that way if you're having trouble. You know what I mean? I wouldn't slightly turn and present to the water again and then pull them up. But great at the corner. I like what you did, kind of by the bushes, by the edge of the water. It's like, oh, it's there. He's just got to start to know it better. He's gonna need again a stride after he's in the water to really make him wait, because it becomes a bad up bank. Something they have to practice and get there. You can't be. If you hold the horse to an up bank, they kind of jump through you, and then their legs start really stiff underneath you. Instead of bump, you got to bump and be lighter in that. And this is the up bank. Somewhere in here, don't throw it away. It's that point of no return where you got to get softer and give him the freedom to figure it out. I would just canter off, do that loop, start with the corner. Do something to have you going, right? It's really good. But it's such a let them take once you've adjusted. I mean, take a stride in the water, adjust them again. He's not the same, right? He's a little steadier. So it's not exactly what you're going to have to do, I would imagine, but the end result is not set up well. Get it again. Good, 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 good. Well done. Yeah, and sometimes it's just me. Somebody made a comment on it because it didn't avail. They had a couple up banks. thought Jenna was a little too positive. Corner, but the horse very good about it. So I don't mind it. Your horse very good at it, but maybe just a little too quiet. And again, I think so much of it I see is kind of he looks like he's jumping, not you know, and it's that lack of kind of energy, momentum is a bad word, but coming to it that makes them pop kind of up and off the fence, yeah? I think the same thing happens a little bit here, this for better reason, because I'm after you to kind of organize him for the turn, for what happens afterwards, because you're jumping something towards water. You just got to watch that his head is straight. Yeah, it gets a little crooked and then he'll jump off of things that way, right? He's very straight and good coming back. I thought good job in the water and the organization, but you let him just get a little longer than he should be. Okay. Yeah, it just, the kind of the pace of the canter was good, but the shape was poor. Right. Because a little lack of activity behind. Right. And the body got long, which if you meet it right, okay. But if you meet it on a half stride, all of a sudden he's got to coil up, rock back, shoot, and if you're already approaching in this shape, which Jenna's horse kind of naturally goes, he's just too aggressive on it. So that gets him into trouble. You'll let him get a little weak and he kind of scoots out the back end, right? Yep. And so it's that happy medium between the two, right?
And I was trying to be better about my leg over there, and I had a good, and I should have just trusted it because I would have been fine. But then I was like, oh crap, this is going to be terrible. And so then I just kind of let him do it and quit riding to the corner.
Well, not the end of the world. It's just more the canter coming to it, right? Yeah. What happens at the fence looks fine to me. Okay. It's just you, within reason or on a bit of a novice pace, to a training question, right? And again, that novice pace just will continue to catch up with you around a course because it makes him take a bigger effort at things because he's not coming with enough to begin with, right? But you had it straight, so he can still have a shape to jump. But you land to the line there as you set up and run. That is something instinctively you want to start to be better at the first time stuff, right? Because again, it's a little less knowledge on your board. You start doing a little bit more of the lesson, but you also have to go through the scenario, right? Like it's not a small thing. Rarely have a skinny thing. But you can do this stuff. It makes and then that's the perfect opportunity to sit up, ride the step, execute it, have it straight, because you're not shouldn't be worrying so much about the fence anymore, but about executing the plan and doing it well. Super on that uptake, right? Same thing with the rein length. Rein length, rein length, rein length. Ah, well done. Stay here. Stay better. Look at that ride. Swing out, but gallop to the angled line. Don't wait for it. You got to get past the out of the coffin. Keep going. Keep going. Little balance. Girl. You know, and it's like here, because you always swing wide, the train does it to you a little bit. Yeah. She's a little closer than you are. Yeah. But right now, she's on her line. Yeah? let him see it. Good job at the skinny. Yeah, exactly. Stand. That's all right. Yeah, exactly. Doesn't get to walk away from it. He just stands till he kind of relaxes, and then there, where he wants to stare off at Haley's horse, wiggle the bit a little bit, make him put his focus on the ditch. Yeah, good. So then I would come left and just canter just outside the skinny, so you'll do the half top and ditch to the log, and then circle back around and do all three, yeah?
What side of the skinny?
That side.
Okay.
Again, a little bit like the canter. It was a good canter, and he was there. He just caught him with a bigger ditch. Still be steady and then attack that last stride at the ditch and keep that left leg involved. Leg and steady and look and ride to meet. Ride to meet. Ride to meet. Good. Good. Okay. Relax your hand. Make the turn softer. Softer with leg. Kind of gallop away like as if you were on course, yeah? There he is. Good. Look for me, yeah? Make one turn that gets you here. There you go. Steady again. Good. Good. That's the ticket. Well done. Relax as you go out there. Give a little break with your leg on. That's right. Just walk. Walk a second. Give him a pat. So Haley, after you do your coffin, go between these two trees. Right? Because you still have your up and down bank. Go between those two. So you make the turn, come in on the far back side of the salmon. Good canter like you've been practicing. Pop up, loop around, drop down. Okay. But you can go ahead and start. Really good. I think you do the angle, the roll top, do the coffin one more time, do the drop up and down. Good, right? It's just very good at the skinny. He just in that, and again, you can feel he's a little boxed in. He does the three, then he comes back and does the three to the two. But good. Yeah. And it's just whether it's one way or the other. I mean, he's just fine to the left side. You see it a little bit in what he does. But gallop to the angled line. Don't wait for it. You got to get past the out of the coffin. Keep going. Keep going. Little balance. Girl. You know, and it's like here, because you always swing wide, the train does it to you a little bit. Yeah. She's a little closer than you are. Yeah. But right now, she's on her line. Yeah? So, and it's quite telling when I stand on your line. You made a turn, you made a good line. The approach in is fine. You're a little forward with your position. And the thing that really gets him is his head's crooked and it's off to the left, that whole approach. So what happens, he goes, here a little bit, and then half jumps. The thing and the issue I have is you've gotta be able to see his ears straight ahead of you. And when it starts drifting like that, sit up and do something. You're just staying that little bit forward. And I know you want to do it well, it just doesn't look like you're trying at it, right? And again, part of it is comfort. Yeah, it's a skinny. Yeah, it's a little bit of forward 2 strides. Yeah, it's a bigger ditch than you'll probably see on training level. All factors where you have to kind of get comfortable with, but it has to come back down to the basics of riding the steps, sitting up, being straight with your horse, being on a straight line. Execute it. Don't ball up and freeze on it, right? Quite good on the angle on the roll top, yeah? So canter off, do your angle on the roll top, do that whole copping again, and then keep going, do your up bank, down bank.
I don't remember what was after that.
That's fine, that's it. Way better. And again, as I'm saying to them, he gets a little over his shoulder because I think you're kind of not trusting that balance of, like I'm saying to Jenna, that little bit more of a bump and lighten is a little bit of a hold for the steady, for the skinny. So he gets a little this way, but you had it straight. So he gets a little out of shape in the jump. But he lands to the line there as you set up and run. That's just something instinctively you want to start to be better at the first time stuff, right? Because again, it's a little less knowledge on your horse. Start doing a little bit more of the lesson. But you also have to go through the scenarios, right? Like it's not a small city. Rarely have a city. But you can do this stuff. It makes and then that's the perfect opportunity to sit up, ride the step, execute it, have it straight, because you shouldn't be worrying so much about the fence anymore, but about executing the plan and doing it well. Super on that update, right? Same thing with the rein length. Rein length, rein length, rein length. Ah, well done. Yeah, right? And again, 2 things strike me, especially super ride in the water. A little bit what I
Sorry, that was my bad.
what I talk about in the beginning, because we haven't left this area, we've done the water a bunch of times. There's this kind of you seem a little relaxed. It really translates into him, and he comes through and answers all the questions really well. Sometimes that's really hard to reproduce at a show, especially in the first 5 or 6 fences. But if you're good with your hand between the jumps, a little softer, kind of give him just little pats on the neck, talk to him a little bit, find ways to kind of settle him in, because pretty much you're not going to see much before fence 6 or 8 on a training course typically. And then he just really answers it, and you don't want to get rid of that little feistiness that he has, right? It's what makes them good cross country. But you have to be able to manage it, because fence 4 now is a common place to have something at prelim. It's, you know what I mean? You start seeing more and more stuff a little sooner. It should be straightforward, but a little something to make sure the horses are thinking at that point in the course. And so good to be able to trust the rein length in. And while he overjumps a little bit, yeah, it's a sizable enough log. It's not like landing on all fours. Exactly, right? And sometimes it's kind of taking those brush drops a little bit, so they learn to start to kind of get comfortable going down. But yep. Yeah, exactly. And you know, and I think, I mean, on purpose, designing a course, I give you a dry bank, I get you in the water, I give you something ahead of it that gives you a wide turn. And again, where that same down bank hasn't changed, the horses that are there in the course seem to all come in over it really nicely, and they start to get more comfortable with it, right? And then from that level and do some stuff, bigger logs in, things like that.